Sorry about the delay, everybody, as we are back live here from New Caney ISD Stadium with Cold Spring driving.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to get a live video feed back up and running for you guys. Sorry for all of the technical issues. We're going to try and keep you as updated as possible as the game progresses. It is Cold Spring from the Anahuac 40 driving down the field.
It is Luke Monroe, the quarterback under center, wing T formation here, as the pitch going to go right side to Bookman across the 45. He's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 31. Pick up a 10, moves the chains, third first down of this drive for the Trojans. The drive started back on the Panthers 25 as Sanchez kicked it through the back of the end zone. Will be the 9th play of the drive, as we're going to have an official's timeout. And the first down call was actually premature, was a pickup of 9, brings up 2nd down and 1 from the 31. Jumbo bunch formation each time here for the Trojans as they use misdirection in the backfield. Monroe is going to get caught as he
he's going into his settings for capture. Short gain of the play is 3rd and very short. Yep, he's got a video feed.
Thank you, guys.
Craziness.
Lots of people at home will be too.
Glad we could help you.
There we go. Now, hopefully we are we're set. And we apologize again, ladies and gentlemen, for all of the video and audio problems that we've been having here in New Caney. But we are up, as you can see, and we'd appreciate it if you let everybody know that we are back up and running. And it's listed under Anahuac versus Cold Spring 2.0.
inside handoff is going to bounce to the outside, is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 21. Will be a pickup of 4. Will bring up 2nd down and 6. So after the pickup of 4, 19 yards on 3 carries for KD Bookman. This will be the 12th play of the drive, as Cold Spring has really eaten up much of the clock. As you can tell from the video, Cold Spring coming out in the wing T, just running the football, pitch back, straight up Broadway, fighting his way forward. That is going to be a pickup of 5. Will bring up 3rd down and short once more. And this is what's really nice about the wing T offense, is you just kind of keep grinding and grinding. And in a ball game where you can expect to have 8 or 10 possessions, you might as well take 2 off of that because of the ground and pound from this wing T. Panther defense has held strong. 3rd down and 1. Pitch back, left side, trying to fill the gap, is going to get to the outside, cuts back at the 15, at the 10, and jumping forward to pick up an extra yard is going to be a pickup of 13 after the pickup. pick up a 13, fourth first down. 31 yards on 6 carries for Easton Dean. Near hash mark, inside the 10. Goal to go for Cold Spring here. Their first possession of the ball game as we tick under 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 3-0 Anahuac leading Cold Spring. Motion, handoff, right up the middle, is going to fight his way down to the 5. Bookman now 4 carries, 24 yards, second down and goal to go, as we're going to have a timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them, as we'll continue with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championship.
Are they live reads or are they just
Texas tradition? Log on to SeatGeek.com.
That was my fault.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Back here from New Caney ISD Stadium here on the far northeast side of Houston, where Cold Spring and Anahuac have met for the by-district round at a neutral location. Nice complex that they have built here for New Caney ISD.
Nice. That's a that is the least of the word that I would think of. I mean, it's on par with Katie's Stadium, I believe. Super nice facility and you know, very helpful staff here. We appreciate the staff here at Randall Reed Stadium for helping us get going as much as we could here. We were scrambling around earlier trying our best to figure out what the difficulties were, and they've been a lot of help.
Second down and goal from the 5. As Cold Spring running out of the wing tee, Luke Monroe under center. Handoff or pitch straight up the middle is going to go nowhere. He's going to fall forward for about a yard as Caden Hampton was in on the tackle. We'll bring up third down and goal. Cold Spring has converted all 3 of their third downs here on this drive. If the Panthers can hold them here, can at worst come out tied here with less than a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Monroe under center. Sends a man in motion, pitch right. Trying to get outside, has blockers, has a man, and is into the end zone. Touchdown. Katie Bookman punches it in from 4 yards out, as the Trojans take the lead 6-3. Boy, what a drive that was, Trent, as eating up almost 9 minutes of the first quarter. And
when you talk about clock management, they certainly did so on that drive, as the bobbled kick, and it's picked up by the Panthers. That's Garrett Dye. He has got lots of room to run. He's across the 50. Nobody's going to catch him.
He is going to take it all the way for the 2-point conversion, as Anahuac will tack on 2 points. Kai Till and Garrett Dye tag teaming to put 2 points on the board for the Panthers, which can be huge in this type of ball game. Kai Till with the block, Garrett Dye with offensive outbreak here the last game in the first quarter. Touchdown last week, 2-point conversion this week. Your new score, Cold Spring leads Anahuac 6-5 as a baseball game is broken out at a football game, as we'll continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc. Custom processing, professional guided hunts, high tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Kristen Hart here, your primetime crew from New Caney ISD Stadium, by-district round of the playoffs, as once more it is Andrew Tyson with the ball teed up for the Trojans, as the onside kick is going to be taken and dropped at the 47-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody coming back to the feed. We apologize again that we had to stop and restart to get the video going for you guys. Want to remind everybody, if you were watching on your TV and you were watching through a YouTube app, you might want to close that app on your TV to re-find it if you're having trouble or if somebody's asking you how to get to it on their television set. That you want to close the YouTube app down, go back into YouTube, go back to the Anahuac Sports Live YouTube page, and we should be up and running there. Otherwise, go to the links on our Facebook page.
First down and 10. Sanchez, left side, is going to fight his way forward into Trojan territory. It's going to be a pickup of 4. Sanchez, his third carry for 15 yards. As the Panthers are going to try to get one more playoff here in the first quarter. Back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Sanchez to deep back. Fakes it. Landon on the end around. Makes a move. Cuts back. Is going to get down to the Trojan 45. As that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. They're going to swap sides. And we'll be back with the second quarter of action after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you in part by Hillary Auto, insurance agent with Texas Farm Bureau, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, Chambers County Abstract Company, Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drug Store in Anahuac.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart back here for the second quarter of play. Again, we do apologize about the technical difficulties. We do believe that we've had everything worked out at this point, so we hope that you enjoy the ball game. 6-5, Cold Spring leading the Panthers. That last drive for Cold Spring, 16 plays, ate up 8 minutes and 33 seconds. 4-yard touchdown for Bookman. The extra point was blocked by Till, picked up by Dye, taken back for 2 points, 6-5. Your new score as Sanchez goes off right side, fighting his way forward, dragging defenders with him. As that is going to be a big pickup of 12, giving him 11 yards, move the chains, first down.
What an effort there by Christian Sanchez to run that football, Alex. I mean, he was spinning, lowering his shoulder, and just turning those legs to get every yard that he could get.
Third first down of the ball game for the Panthers. First down and 10 from the Trojan 34. Curiel under center, hands off. Corbett has room right side across the 30, cuts back, makes another cutback, is going to stiff arm a man, gets down to the 10, as that's going to be a pickup of 24. Move the chains once more. Panthers back in action. 5 carries, 85 yards for Landon here in just over a quarter. Quickly, Curiel, pitch right. Corbett met at the line of scrimmage. Is not going to get anything that time. We'll bring up second down and goal to go. This is where it kind of bogged down for the Panthers on the first drive. Had to settle for a field goal. Would love to punch it into the end zone after the extra 2 points that they picked up on the blocked point after.
I apologize for not keeping up with the downs for you guys. I'm still trying to work through a little bit of the kinks.
Landon now out of the shotgun is going to hand it off to Sanchez. Flags down. We'll have to see what it is. As it stands now, it's going to be a pickup of 2.
Looks like a chop block.
We'll see who they're talking to. It was on the Panthers, so that is going to nullify the run by Sanchez. The chop block takes it back to the 25. Second down and goal from the 25. First penalty of the ball game for the Panthers is a costly one. Landon will stay in at quarterback, under center, sets back, rolls right, looking downfield, has Bailey if he wants him. Throw is going to be outside, but is going to be caught. So that will be a pickup of 8. Brings up third down and long.
Well, they're in Sanchez's leg range as far as a field goal goes, but I'm sure they're going to try and take a shot at the end zone at least here.
Curiel back under center. Sends Clark in motion. Delay handoff to Corbett isn't fooling anybody as Corbett gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And that will bring on the field goal unit, and this is going to be a pretty long one.
Should be about 34 or 35 yards, depending on where they spot it. And it looks like Zion is going to set up at the 24, so it would be a 34-yard field goal for Christian Sanchez. Snap is back. Hold is good. Kick is end over end, and the kick is good.
Had plenty of leg on it.
So with 9:18 remaining here in the first half, the Panthers have retaken the lead as they now lead 8-6. As we'll be back with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Heard about shopping local? How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So got just a little bit ahead of ourselves. Did not see the laundry on the field. Roughing the kicker gives the Panthers an automatic first down from the 9. Goal to go. Quick pass left side. Trying to get in the end zone. Clark, touchdown. Touchdown, Zion Clark from Marcus Curiel.
Well, what a break there.
What a change of events.
Well, I mean, they couldn't have asked for anything better than that, getting a roughing the kicker call, giving him a fresh set of downs, and then passing it over here in the flat to Clark for 6.
1 for 2 for Marcus Curiel for 9 yards. Zion's first touchdown of the game. Now, with the score 11-6, probably want to try to go for 2 to make it a one-possession ball game.
There's going to be a timeout call by Anahuac. They're going to think about it.
We're going to take it with.
No, we'll keep it here for a minute. Maybe we can talk a little bit about what we were going to talk about in the pregame. But if you notice in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there is a game between Columbus and Rockdale. The winner of this game will face the winner of that game. So we're going to be watching that game really, really closely here as time goes by. Again, want to thank everybody for sticking around, coming back after we had to restart the stream. We appreciate everybody's patience there. We especially appreciate all the staff here at Randall Reed Stadium for working with us so hard to try and get this stream up. Big thanks to Terry Fortenberry and Kristen Hart as well behind me. We were just desperately trying to get everything going for you guys. And in this great stadium and this great complex, it's just it's a matter of distance, right, Alex, as far as our cabling and stuff goes, so we couldn't quite get it to where we wanted to be. But now we're back up and running. We did have an interview with Coach Greg Neese. We might be able to get to that at halftime. But the Anahuac Panthers have thought about it. Now they're going to line up and go for 2.
So Corbett's going to come out of the gun. He's going to be offset to his right by Sanchez. One wide out's Bailey. Corbett taking it right side, has room into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So with the 2-point conversion, the Panthers have now extended their lead 13-6 here with 9:10 remaining in the first half. As now we'll go ahead and take a timeout after that conversion, as we'll be back with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drug Store has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drug Store offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drug Store, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
9:10 remaining here in the first half. The Panthers have hit pay dirt. They lead the Trojans 13-6. Christian Sanchez has it teed up at the 40 as he gets into it. Line drive kick is going to bounce at the 20. Is going to be picked up at the 1 across the 10. Making some moves, is not going to get back to the 20. Questionable decision to take that one from the 1 from Bookman, as now the Trojans will start from their own 19.
Well, definitely a questionable decision there, but I mean, he did get it back close to the 20. And we saw what the Trojan offense was able to put together the last drive, eating up a ton of the clock, keeping everything on the ground. And we'll see what they can do here.
First down and 10 from their own 19. Monroe, the quarterback, under center. 3 running backs behind him. Inside handoff is going to go forward for 5.
Handoff to Easton
Dean.
Tackled by Presley Mouton. Gain of 5 is 2nd and 5 at the 24.
Dean with 8 carries, 37 yards in on the tackle. Presley Mouton. Second down and 5 from the Trojan 24. We'll tick under 8.5 remaining in the first half after this play. Good turnout for both sides. Monroe under center. Handoff to the first back through. It's Dean again. He's going to get to the 30. That's going to be a pickup of 6. and that's going to be the 5th first down of the ball game for the Trojans.
Well, back right into their rhythm, Alex, is the Trojan offense as they continue to push the ball forward. And the Anahuac Panther defense has yet to make that little adjustment to try and figure out the run game.
I talked to head coach Greg Neese about the difference of a wing T formation team, how the defense would have to adjust, and, it's manning the gaps and making sure that you make the tackle on the first try. First man through gets the ball, cuts it back inside, then outside. It's going to be a pickup of 6, as Dean now has been getting the last few carries. He's got 10 carries for 49 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. This is really an offense that the Panthers hadn't seen this year. We saw a different version of the wing T.
Right.
With, I don't think it was for one of the games that we had done before district play.
Well, the wing T, a very popular offense here in Texas. Just the Panthers haven't been able to see much of it this year.
Inside handoff, as the Panthers were able to group tackle Eddie Brown with his first carry. Wing T was very popular in the early 1900s when football was developed.
Well, it got back into style. I remember back in the early 2000s, Alex, as you saw more and more of it as the years have went by, and a lot of football teams here in Texas use it now.
A lot of success, especially when you get into the playoffs. Pitch is going to be short. He's going to be a yard short.
I bet they go for it, though.
They did go for it on their first drive, 4th down and 1. Dean with the pickup of 1. They did convert on the 4th down in the first half, or in the first quarter. They do appear to be keeping their offense on the field right now. So it's going to be 4th down and 1. The Trojans are going to go for it once more. Panthers defense has almost everyone in the box. Looked like movement, but outside pitch is going to break contain, cross into Panther territory, and he's going to take it to the house on 4th and 1.
No flags and a great run there by Easton Dean.
61 yard.
Well, when you stack the box like that, Alex, as you mentioned, everybody was in there. You get past that first level, and it's pretty much all green from there.
4 plays, 81 yards.
Well, wait a minute. I didn't see a flag, but they are marching back, and it is against the Trojans.
I can't see the Trojan numbers, and I can't see flags on the field.
There it is, blended in with the 30-yard line.
Good Lord.
So let's take that touchdown back, take the flag down.
And I thought I said it pre-snap, I thought I saw movement, and that's exactly what it was, and it was an illegal shift as he was shifting while the ball was snapped. So, again, luck on the side of the Panthers with the flags. And we definitely deserve some after last week.
Ain't no joke.
So punting unit has come on for the Trojans. 4th down and 6 after the penalty.
Looks like number 12 back there, Alex, if you were looking.
Kobe Tyson handling the punting duties. Snap back, rugby-style punt is going to go end over end. It's going to bounce at the 50, and it's going to take a Trojan roll as it's going to roll down to the 30, and that is where it will come to rest.
What a bounce there for the Trojans to get it all the way back down to the Panther 30.
So I've met my limit of being juked out tonight. Thankfully, we got it done here in the first half. I'll quit calling plays for what they are. So 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. 5:27 remaining here in the first half. Panthers would love to drive down and put up another touchdown. 3 wide. Single setback is Sanchez. It's Corbett. Corbett's going to get the handoff straight up Broadway. Fighting his way forward, is going to fall forward to the 36, as that is going to be a pickup of 6 for Landon. Landon now has 91 yards on 8 carries.
And something that we didn't be able to go over in the pregame, Landon Corbett and Christian Sanchez both over 1,000 yards on the regular season.
Panthers going 3 wide again. Quick toss to Sanchez. Sanchez across the 40, across the 45, as that's going to be a pickup of 14.
Well, the Panthers have definitely got to capitalize here on that punt. There's no two ways about it. They've got to put some points on the board.
Corbett, right side, finding his way forward, is going to come up a yard short of the first down. That puts Corbett over this or to the century mark. 9 rushes, 100 yards, 2nd down and 1. We've got a timeout on the an official's timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. Your score, 13-6 on your Title Services scoreboard here in the second quarter. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
A running back. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, and Kristen Hart here, your primetime crew. As 2nd down and 1 after the official timeout for the Panthers. 4:29 and counting here in the first half. 2nd down and 1. Curiel feeds Sanchez. Across the 40, fighting his way forward, is going to be taken down at the 34. It's going to be a pickup of 12. Move the chain. 6th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. Check that. 7th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. 5 carries, 38 yards for Sanchez. Quickly, now the Panthers running 4 wide. Landon Corbett, the lone setback. Curiel under center. Handoff, Landon straight up the gut, fighting his way forward, is going to get down to the 29, give him a pickup of 5. We'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Kyron Rogers, the free safety that head coach Greg Neese talked about in the pregame show, on the tackle. Fakes the pitch, handoff straight up Broadway, fighting his way, pushing his way forward. The scrum is going to be a pickup of 3. We'll bring up 3rd down and 2. So 3rd down, 3. We'll tick under 3 minutes and 15 seconds and counting here. Curiel under center, pitch right. Sanchez has room. 1st down, more. 20-15 is going to get taken down at the 11.
Well, I'll tell you what, Christian Sanchez looks like a man on a mission tonight, Alex. And it being his senior year, you can't tell me that he doesn't want this super bad tonight.
56 yards after the pickup of 15. 8th first down of the first half for the Panthers. 1st down and 10 from the 11. Panthers got the ball first. Curiel under center. Quick pass. Landon at the 10 is going to fight his way forward. He's going to get a yard on the quick pass. 3 of 4 for Marcus Curiel for 24 yards. He's hit Clark on a 9-yard touchdown, Sanchez for a 14-yard screen, and Corbett for a 1-yard screen. 2nd down and 9 from the 10. Sanchez is the lone back, sends Corbett in motion, pitch left. Sanchez has nowhere to go as the blocking did not hold up for him. He's going to end up losing 2. We'll bring up 3rd down and 11 from the 12. Trojan defense really got in there, including number 44, Ricky Lewis.
I'll tell you what, so far I've been impressed with the Cold Spring red zone defense. It's every time that the Anahuac Panthers have gotten into that red zone of theirs, I mean, they have stiffened up and held the Anahuac Panthers really, really close.
Yeah, they have buckled down when the Panthers have gotten close. We'll tick under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Curiel will send Clark in motion, is going to roll right, looking downfield, is going to throw it up, has a man, is going to be in and out of the hands of who was down there, Galeas.
Yep. Well, that's going to bring on the field goal unit once again for the Panthers.
Going to be watching for flags on this field goal attempt. So the ball is at the 12. Will be spotted at the 19. Will be a 29-yard field goal attempt for Christian Sanchez. He has been good from 22. He was good from 34, even though it was called back.
So they'll be extra careful not to get close to him this time.
High snap is brought down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 1:27 remaining here in the first half, the Panthers have struck again as they extend their lead to 10. Your new score, 16-6, as we'll continue with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Welcome back to New Caney ISD Stadium as the Panthers tack on 3 more. They lead at 16-6 on a 7-play, 4-minute drive. They drove 58 yards. Christian Sanchez kicked a 29-yard field goal to extend it 16-6. Line drive kickoff picked up at the 10, crossed the 20, and they're going to say his knee was down. That was my first thought. His knee was down when he picked it up. So
that'll be at the 10.
I think they got it at the 11. I think they have it at the 11. Last 2 drives for Cold Spring has been inside the 20, their own 20.
Well, the Anahuac Panther defense has got to better contain the running game of the Cold Spring Trojans.
All 3 timeouts left for the Trojans with a minute 23 left here in the first half. The Panthers did get the football first, so the Trojans will have the ball to begin the second half. So very important defensive stand here for the Panthers to make sure that they don't get too much momentum going. Luke Monroe under center. In the round, they're going to fake it. He's going to throw it under all sorts of pressure. It is not going to get away. He is not going to get away from Caden Hampton, as we have said his name on multiple times tonight. That takes it down to the 12. Timeout Trojans. As we'll keep it here, that's going to be a loss of
at least
8.
8.
Loss of 8 for Monroe, as he was under all sorts of duress.
Want to let everybody know that once we go to halftime, since we don't necessarily have an outside mic here at Randall Reed Stadium, we will take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and kind of talk about some of the things that we wanted to talk about in the pregame, and want everybody to please stick around for the halftime show.
You don't want to dance?
Hopefully, we don't get flagged for that.
Bougie.
But so far, Alex, it's been an offensive-powered football game so far, and
no, you're exactly right, Trent. And really, the Panthers' defense, and we've talked about it on more than one occasion, have bent but haven't broken.
Right.
They had that opening touchdown, but has been able to stifle the Trojan offense since then, and especially a huge play, this first play of this Trojan drive, losing 8 on the sack. So 2nd down and 18 from the Trojan 3. Now, if you really want to fire up the defense, you can start sending a run blitz to see if you can get them in the backfield and tack on another 2 points before we go to half. But we are waiting.
Waiting on something. Oh, we're waiting for the white hat to come over.
In the playoffs, the referees do like to give their full 60 seconds on the timeouts.
Definitely.
For all the media. So they've got their 60-second timeouts. They've got their 90-second timeouts.
So again, if you're watching on the YouTube app on your televisions and you're trying to figure out where to find it, just go to our main page. You might have to close the app and reopen it on your TV, but it will be there.
So Trojans deep in their own territory. Monroe, handoff straight up the middle. He's going to fight his way forward. That's going to be a pickup of 3.
So another timeout's going to be taken, this time by the Panthers.
Did you see what number?
And we're going to do the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Looking for just the right bank? For a real community bank, locally owned and operated since 1976, come to Anahuac National Bank. Offering services from your first checking account to mobile and online banking to business and home loans. This is Texas banking at its best. Find us online at anbank.net. Anahuac National Bank, Chambers County's only locally owned and independently operated bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live. If you'd like to donate to the channel and get a special shout out or your message live here on the air, scan any of the QR codes on your screen. Visit us at Venmo at Anahuac Sports Live or on the CashApp $Anahuac Sports Live or any of the links in the video below.
3rd down and long. Monroe under pressure again is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that should be a timeout, Panthers.
Waiting for it. I think they're going to be content with going in to halftime.
So 4th down and long for the Trojans. "34 seconds and counting," and I think you're right, Trent. Going to go into the half with a 10-point lead, knowing that the Trojans get the ball in the second half. Don't want to risk turning the ball over late here in the first half, as it looks like the Trojans are going to take it all the way down to 1 second before they use their final timeout of the first half. Or they might just take the flag. Yeah, timeout Trojans. So here from the far northeast side of Houston, here in New Caney, where things have really blown up here over the last 10 years or so. We do not own copyrights to this music. Thanks, Will Smith, for being jiggy. Trent, you know, we've seen the growth from last year to this year, and especially in this particular ball game, when we were at the playoffs last year, looked like it was a little bit too big of a stage for them. We talked to head coach Neese on the pregame show, said, hey, we got here a little bit earlier. It's a bigger stadium than what they're used to, but also one of Greg Neese's favorite stadiums is he's actually 2-0 at this stadium with the Newton Eagles prior to Anahuac.
Well, you know, the Anahuac Panthers have been to the bi-district game the last couple of years, and, you know, they were young teams then, Alex, and this year they've really matured. A lot of the guys on both sides of football for Anahuac have seen this stage, so they know what to expect. They're hungry. They want to get that first bi-district championship that Anahuac hasn't been able to see since 2010 and just get over that bi-district hump.
9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Punting unit on for the Trojans. He's got to get it off quick, and he does. It's going to be very short. Landon's going to take it at the 30.
Loses the football.
And this is
not good.
Still bouncing around. It's going to be recovered, but with zeros on the board.
Man, that was close. And, you know, Landon losing the football there, and luckily the time runs out. And that will be the end of the first half of play, ladies and gentlemen. As like I said earlier, since we don't have outside audio, we're going to take a couple of minutes breaks. Please stick around. We're going to have a great Anahuac National Bank halftime show to kick off for you. We're going to go off some of the stats, some of the scores from last night, scores that we're watching here tonight. And we'll talk about some of the things that we were talking about in the pregame, as well as maybe the Coach Greg Neese pregame interview. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in 2 minutes right on Anahuac Sports Live.
I don't hear nothing.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Anahuac Sports Live and the Anahuac National Bank halftime show. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Alex, from the first half of play here, it is the Anahuac Panthers 16 and the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans 6. And to say the least, this has been a very tight game so far, more so than I thought it would be.
Well, we had talked about it with head coach Neese in the pregame show. District 9-3A was the haves and the have-nots. Diboll and Cold Spring were the two best teams out of that district. In fact, they played last week for the district championship. Of course, Diboll coming out on top, Cold Spring coming in as the 2 seed. So, both teams played very hard-fought games last week, and then of course coming into this week, really had to game plan. Coach Neese has stated in the interview that he's friends. He goes back with Coach Stanley for the Trojans, so it's a team that he knows, and obviously it's a team that that Coach Stanley knows from the way that head coach Neese has coached. So really evenly matched teams. They knew what each other was going to do. It was just going to be who could execute better. And what you saw in the first half, again, and it's a term that we've used a lot here over the last couple of years, has been the bend but don't break. And the defense has bent but hasn't broken, and that's why the Panthers have been able to take advantage of some execution miscues by the Trojans to put up some extra points, took advantage of a flag, took advantage of taking a 2-point, a blocked extra point back to the house for 2 points. So with Mario getting his coins, but that's where the Panthers are at, 16-6 over the Trojans.
Well, the Anahuac Panthers have taken advantage of a couple of very fortunate flags. I mean, the roughing the kicker, the one would-be touchdown called all the way back, some very, very lucky flags on the Panthers' part, and I mean the holding them deep in their own territory to end the first half. The punt got away from Corbett a little bit, but luckily, time ran out and that recovery didn't stand. So, but the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans will get the football in to start the second half. And I'm sure that they're going to be coming out, wanting to put points on the board. The Anahuac Panther defense is going to have to make a little bit of adjustment to try and figure out the running game a little bit better if they hope to continue their success here in the second half. The offensive side of the football, the Panthers are going to have to really, give the ball to your playmakers. That's Christian Sanchez and Landon Corbett. And, they've stuck to that plan so far in the first half, and I expect them to do the same thing in the second.
No, absolutely. And we talked about it in the first quarter. When you have a wing T team like Cold Spring, they are going to ground and pound you, and it's going to eat up a lot of the clock. And you can tell right off the bat, comparatively speaking, to previous games in District 10-3A, where we've had 4, 5, 6 possessions in a half. the Panthers had 3 possessions. The Trojans had 3 possessions due to that running game that milked a lot of time off the clock. So you have to take advantage of your possessions with this type of matchup. And thankfully, the Panthers have been able to score on all 3 of their possessions that they've had compared to 1 possession for the Trojans.
Well, and that they've really, leaning on the leg of Christian Sanchez tonight. And, as a coach, if I was coaching, I'd feel pretty comfortable leaning on that leg also. I mean, you saw the couple of field goals that he put through the uprights, had plenty of room. But, at the same time, if I'm head coach Greg Neese, I want to see 6 points when I get my possession of the football and get a little bit more touchdowns. And I'm sure that they've been down in the Cold Spring red zone more than once tonight. And I'm sure Coach Greg Neese wants to come away with more than just a field goal.
No, absolutely. Before we get into the stats as we have them for the first half, do want to say hello to some people listening. Stoney, Brooke, Jenna, Casey, and Courtney. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We've got a lot of y'all tuning in. We've got Anahuac. We've got some people from Cold Spring tuning in. Definitely appreciate everyone tuning into the ball game tonight and sticking with us through the technical difficulties. First for the Trojans, as we have it. Easton Dean leading the Trojans in carries. He's got 12 with 111 yards, including a 61-yard touchdown, as that was the only points put up on the board by the Trojans. Eddie Brown has a carry for 2 yards. Luke Monroe has 5 carries for 4 yards. A little bit different there because of the 8-yard sack. KD Bookman has 5 carries for 28 yards. 2 passing attempts in the first half for the Trojans. 1 for 2 from Luke Monroe, 2 aforementioned Easton Dean for 21 yards. Had the Trojans with 5 first downs, converted 4 third downs, and was 1 for 2 on 4th down. As for the Panthers, leading rusher Landon Corbett, he's got 10 carries. He's got 105 yards. Christian Sanchez, 8 carries, 54 yards. Marcus Curiel, an efficient 3 for 5 passing, including a touchdown. He's got 24 yards through the air. That aforementioned touchdown went to Zion Clark for 9 yards on the wide receiver screen. It was Christian Sanchez who had a reception for 14, and Landon Corbett who had a reception for 1 yard. Landon Corbett also had a pass completion, 1 for 1 for 8 yards, as that completion went to Robert Bailey. 1 penalty on the Panthers in the first half, as that one was 15 yards on a clipping penalty. But one of the cleaner first halves we have seen from the Panthers in regards to penalties here over the the season.
Well, it is. I mean, we've talked about it, time and time again about limiting the mistakes, limiting the penalties. The Panthers have done that so far. They've really got to, really keep that ship tight going into the second half if they expect to come out with a win here today.
As you were saying, looking at the halftime score between Columbus and Rockdale, why is that game important? Well, that would be who the Panthers would be facing, the winner of that game, as we were able, if we are able to come out of this with the victory. Rockdale out of District 11 3A, and Columbus, the district champion, out of 12 3A. So you had Rockdale coming in as the 4th place team in 11 3A, and at the half it is Columbus on top of Rockdale 28-14. So having to start doing a little digging on Columbus, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, as another half of football here left with just under 8 minutes remaining here at the half before both teams come back onto the field and get set for the second half. But we're going to take our last commercial break of the Anahuac National Bank halftime show, as we'll be back with some scoring updates, our keys to the second half, and the second half of play as we'll continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Looking for just the right bank? For a real community bank, locally owned and operated since 1976, come to Anahuac National Bank. Offering services from your first checking account to mobile and online banking to business and home loans. This is Texas banking at its best. Find us online at anbank.net. Anahuac National Bank, Chambers County's only locally owned and independently operated bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Welcome back to the Anahuac National Bank halftime show. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Kristen Hart, your prime time crew here from the bi-district round of the playoffs. And Trent, you got some of the scoring updates from around the Houston area?
Well, a couple of the updates that were from last night, Thursday night playoff football. The East Chambers Buccaneers topple Huntington 59-14. The Newton Eagles getting their playoff stint going last night, 55-14 over Harleton. And then you've got the Woodville High School Eagles beating Crockett 41-6.
So, so far, District 10-3A, 2-0.
I mean, aside from Dieball taking care of...
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2-1. 2-1.
Correct.
Head Coach Neese did talk about how he felt this would be the most exciting game of the bi-district round between these two districts. And really, so far, it has been. But, Dieball was supposed to dispatch of Buna. And really, looking at the two different districts, you had the top three teams in 10-3A, and you look at the top three teams in 9-3A, and you could tell the talent difference was a little bit better in 10-3A play. Would love to go, obviously, 3-1 against District 9-3A.
Well, we've talked about how tough District 10 is, and how we believe that it's one of the toughest districts in 3A Division 1, and this has been one of the most exciting games. As far as week one of the playoffs go, these teams are pretty evenly matched, and we'll see what happens here in the second half, but I'm sure it's going to be a shootout.
So we'll tick under 4 minutes remaining here at the half. The Trojans have come back onto the field awaiting the Panthers. You talked a little bit about it earlier. If you're head coach Neese in the Panther locker room, what kind of adjustments are you looking to make in the second half?
Well, I mean, I mentioned it earlier. You're going to have to try and sew up the defense a little bit to try and contain Cold Springs' running game, because it is very, very smash mouth football, and they are not afraid to eat up that clock. And as that first half went very, very quickly, on the offensive side of the ball, just stick to the game plan. Go to Corbett, go to Sanchez like you've been doing. Try to do the ground and pound yourself. Stick with what works. And we didn't get to talk about it in the pregame, but some of the playmakers that have really stepped up over the last few weeks for the Anahuac Panthers, Garrett Dye and Quandre Coates, are really going to have to step up being underclassmen on the defensive side of the ball. We've also seen Garrett in on the offensive side of the ball, doing some blocking, hitting some people, getting the scoop off of the play earlier in the first half. Those guys have really, shined, and they're not letting this big stadium and this big bi-district matchup bother them at all.
No, and, I think it was a good idea by head coach Neese to get here a little bit earlier. Even last year in the playoffs, not playing in a stadium like this. And, you get into where the stadium is located here, you've got big shopping centers, you got a lot of people around. Just really a great stadium here in the city of Houston, and it's a change. There might be some nerves that start to build, but they've come out and they've handled it well. We've talked about that maturity from last year to this year, and really I think you're seeing the next step in that evolution that head coach Greg Neese was looking for with this football program.
Well, definitely. I mean, since Coach Neese has taken over the athletic program in Anahuac, I mean, the culture has started to change, and you've definitely seen it this year, and you'll continue to see it no matter what happens here tonight, whether it's the Cold Spring Trojans coming out on top or if it's the Anahuac Panthers coming on top. I expect both programs to continue success in the years to come.
Absolutely. The Panthers have taken the field here as they are warming up just a bit before they get set to run through the Panther head. But obviously the most important second half of the year for the Panthers coming in, and would love to get that bi-district championship in the books. The first one, as you said, since 2010. And really challenged them against a team like Columbus, who has been pretty good for quite some time now. And you've got some other scores. You've got Belleville on top of Orangefield, 14-0. Barbers Hill is on top of Fort Bend Marshall, 28-21 in the third quarter. Angleton up on Friendswood, 28-10. They're already in the fourth. Katy has defeated Fort Bend Clements 56-7.
No surprise there.
Summer Creek on top of Channelview at Ray Madry Stadium in Channelview, up 41-21.
And no really real big upsets here in week one of the Texas high school football playoffs. And usually you see 1, 2, or 3 of them, trickle in. I haven't looked at the bottom half of the bracket in 3A yet, but we will definitely take a look at it in the post game.
So we are getting set here for the second half from New Caney ISD Stadium.
And what a facility this is, Alex. I mean, I'm super impressed. Probably one of the best facilities in the state of Texas.
You've got great sight lines, and scoreboard's great. The hospitality has been amazing. We definitely do appreciate everything that the staff here has done. Lindale is on top of Lumberton, 28-26 at the half. It is, trying to find the P&G score. Port Arthur Memorial is trailing Hightower, 21-14 at the half. P&G on top of Galena Park as Sanchez kicks it off, is going to go out of bounds.
Well, unfortunate bounce there.
And that, we'll see, is that going to be the best starting position for, that will be the best starting position for Cold Spring tonight, as they will get the ball at the 35-yard line to begin the second half of play. And this is 35, right?
So really important for the Panther defense to set the tone here in the second half early and get either a 3-and-out or a strong defensive hold to get the ball back and not let the Trojans score. But important also on the Trojan side to get points on the board if you're coming out of the locker room at halftime trailing.
First down and 10 for the Trojans at their own 30. Under center, pitch is going to go back. Fighting his way forward to, they're going to give him forward progress to the 34. Mouton in on the tackle. Bookman with the rush for 4, second down and 6.
I'll tell you what, this Trojan offensive line, I mean, even from all the way up here, Alex, you can see that they've got good size up front, and they get really good pushes every single time they run the ball up the middle.
That's another thing head coach Neese said, 5 300-pounders on the offensive line. Got some beef blocking this wing T system. end around is going to be going nowhere, as in on the tackle, chasing him down, Caden Hampton. What a ball game he's having tonight.
Absolutely is.
End around going to Easton Dean for no gain. Very quickly, 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 7 to be exact for the Trojans. And just like you said, Trent, would be a great way for the second half to begin for this Panther D to make them go 3 and out.
Well, yeah, it would. I mean, this is the big play early in the second half for the defense, but also a big play for the Trojans as they're looking to convert.
3rd down and 7. Monroe rolling right under pressure. Isn't going to get there. Is going to reverse course, trying to find somewhere to go. Gets rid of the ball. Has a man. Is going to be caught by practically 2 different players.
Well, I mean, the secondary for the Panthers just broke down there. I mean, there is a flag in the backfield. It's going to be roughing the passer unless it's targeting.
So let's see. Down to the 46. That is 12 yards. Good Lord, how is that only 12 yards on that pass from Monroe?
Personal foul, roughing the passer. They're going to march off another 15.
Second penalty of the ball game for the Panthers.
That is a big, big penalty. So, huge penalty and a huge play there for the Trojans to get into Panther territory, as they're going to try and press to get into the red zone once again here tonight.
Trojans trying to fire their crowd up from the Panther 39. Monroe under center. Bobbles is able to come up with it. He has to keep it, and it's going to be met by a host of defenders, but not before Monroe picks up. They're going to give him forward progress for 3 yards.
Really?
2nd down and 7. 6th carry of the ball game for Luke Monroe. 2nd down and 7 from the Panther 36. We'll tick under 9:49 and counting here. 16-6. Panthers leading the Trojans on your Title Services Incorporated scoreboard. 10 seconds on the play clock. Monroe under center. Panthers packing the box again. Pitch left. Trying to string it out. Panthers do a great job of contain, and they're going to lose yardage. They're going to lose 4 yards.
Well, good pursuit there by the Anahuac Panther defense to get into the backfield and make the play for the loss. Going to bring up 3rd and long. And this will be the second 3rd and long situation for the Trojans, as they're probably in 4-down territory.
I could not see the numbers down there.
They're definitely difficult to make out.
Nonetheless, 3rd down and 11. Second, third down of this drive for the Trojans. Monroe will come under center. Hand off to the first man through. Is going to pick that 4 yards back up. Bookman on the carry. 7 carries, 36 yards. And again, it does appear as if Cold Spring is going to go for it on 4th down once more. From the Panther 37-yard line.
Well, definitely a gutsy call here, as you could punt it away and pin him down deep. But nonetheless, he's going to go for it.
Monroe under center. They scored their only touchdown on 4th. The play action is going to be incomplete. And what a great job there by Landon. Landon had a free range to pick that interception off. Knew it was going to cost him yardage. Lets the ball fall harmlessly. Turnover on downs. Gives the Panthers the ball.
Well, definitely good field awareness. And, that's Landon's maturity there showing, because if he would have gotten that interception, it would have been more or less like a punt return, and might not have gotten as good as field position as they're about to have.
Yeah, you could tell he thought about it, slowed down, let the ball fall to turf. There wasn't a Trojan around it. Just really a great play by the captain of this Panther football team. First down and 10 from the Trojan 37-yard line. I'm sorry, from the Panther 37-yard line. Curiel rolling right, has his man. It's going to be Galais. Galais is going to pick up 10, fighting his way forward. They're going to give him forward progress for 11 yards. First down and 10, move the chains.
Well, Galais also fired up, trying to make something happen, and he does, moving the chains for the Panthers.
35 yards passing for Curiel. First down and 10 from the Panther 48. 7:35 and counting here in the third quarter. Clark in motion. He's going to get the handoff and bobbles the ball but comes back up with it. He's going to get 7. We'll bring up second down and 3. Looked like Zion had taken his eye off the ball before he had come up with the ball, bobbled it, but thankfully was able to come down with it. If there had been a Trojan defender, that could have been trouble.
Yeah, definitely could, and, just lost concentration for a little bit there.
Sanchez, straight up Broadway, fighting his way forward. He's going to have enough for the first down, and he is going to pick up 7 yards on that carry, move the chains. 9th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. 61 yards on 9 carries for Christian. Panthers going back to work in Trojan territory.
Well, the Panthers have got to make this defensive hold produce some points here, Alex.
Handoff, Corbett, right side. He's going to get upended, but not before he picks up 2. We'll bring up second down and 8. 107 with 11 carries for Landon Corbett tonight. 36-yard line of the Trojans. Second down and 8. 6:22 and counting as it's the Panthers eating some clock up on this drive now. Handoff. Sanchez. Right up the gut. He's going to get across the 35. They're going to give him forward progress to the 33. That's going to be a pickup of 4. Make it a pickup of 3. Third down and 5. Pitch right. Sanchez is going to get some good yardage and a first down. 9 yards for Sanchez. Move the chains. First down.
Well, it seems like the Anahuac Panther offense is getting in a little bit of a rhythm here as they're sticking with Sanchez and, just kind of mixing it up from sideline to sideline, or should I say hash mark to hash mark.
From the far hash mark, Anahuac moving right to left. Fake the pitch. Corbett straight up right side. Thank you, Kristen Hart, for buying a playoff tee. We encourage everybody to go to the Anahuac Sports Live shop.
Absolutely. It is up and running. If you can't find the link, it is in our Facebook page.
Handoff. Sanchez leaping over a defender is
Still
going
driving his feet.
to drive his feet. He's going to pick up 7. Move the chains. 12 carries, 80 yards for Sanchez. Yep, this will be the 8th play of the drive for the Panthers in the red zone. First down and 10 from the 15. Nice sustained drive for the Panthers. Handoff, right side, going nowhere. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he lost about a half a yard, maybe.
Is that Christian? Corbett?
Yeah, they're going to say he lost a yard.
Second down and 11. 4:07 and counting here in the third quarter. Panthers still on top, 16-6. their first possession of the second half in driving. Pitch left, Sanchez crossed the 15.
And that hole
He's going to
closed
be
quickly.
met by a wall of Trojan defenders. They're going to give him the 14, so that's a pickup of 2. We'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
I'll tell you what, the Trojan defense, again, in the red zone, really, really tightening their ship and holding the Panthers relatively to nothing here once they got inside the 20. And this is the 3rd time that we've seen the Trojans really, really hold the Panther offense in the red zone.
That's a little bit different. You saw Garrett Dye come in from the sideline, bring the play call in, and that is because Corbett is going to be out of the gun. Corbett rolling right, has room,
himself.
10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers from 14 yards out.
What a play there by Corbett to dive in for the end zone.
And the Trojan sideline is hot, thinking that there was a false start on the Panthers. It was not called. 14-yard touchdown for Corbett.
We'll take a look at that play here after the PAT.
126 yards on 14 carries for Landon. Sanchez on to put up the point after. Snap back. Kick is through and true. So with 3:06 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, the Panthers have extended their lead 23-6. Let's take a look at that replay, Trent. Thank Turn 2 Specialty Companies for the instant replay tonight. Landon rolling right. Hurdles a defender into the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, what a drive that was for the Panthers.
It definitely was that. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It is 3:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter where the Panthers lead over the Trojans 23-6.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Welcome back to New Caney ISD Stadium, where the Panthers have extended their lead 23-6. Sanchez gets under it. Is going to be taken at the 7 across the 15, 20, and 25, still finding his way forward. A scrum there. They're going to give him forward progress to the 27, and that is where the Trojans will take over with 2:56 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 11 plays, 63 yards, 4 minutes and 53 seconds taken off the clock. A 14-yard quarterback sneak for Landon Corbett extends the lead 22-6, with Christian Sanchez tacking on the point after to make it 23-6 Panthers. And now, with time starting to become a premium here in the second half, it is definitely time for the Trojan offense to see if they can get something in gear.
They're definitely going to be looking for, at least a touchdown out of this drive, Alex.
Monroe, pitch back, is going to be met at the line of scrimmage and
Garrett
dropped.
Dye in there with a big hit.
Dean on the carry. Garrett Dye, and another one, him and Caden Hampton. Kai Till having a great game tonight. That's 3 straight rushes of no yards gained from Easton Dean, their leading rusher tonight.
Well, it looks like the Panther linebackers are definitely shooting the gaps a lot better here in the second half against this running game of the Trojans.
2nd down and 10 from the Trojan 27. Sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff. Monroe's going to keep it himself, is going to break his tackle, got tackled by the shoestrings, fell forward to the 31. Again. He's going to fall forward for a pickup of 3 again. 3rd down and 7. A long 3rd down attempt here for the Trojans.
Well, it looks like they're going to take an official timeout on the field. We're going to do the same thing. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc.
Custom Processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise. Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Kristen Hart here, your primetime crew. 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans. Pitch back, up the gut, fighting his way forward, is going to pick up just enough for the 1st down, it appears.
Yep, they're giving it to him.
So 7 yards for Austin Dean. Move the chains. I'm sorry, Easton Dean. As we have it, the 6th. Nope, that's not right.
Well, impressive run there by Dean to get the 1st down for the Trojans.
7th 1st down for the Trojans in the ballgame. Missed that one earlier. 1st down and 10 from the Trojan 38. Pitch back on the turf, recovered.
That's
Kai Till.
21, Kai Till.
Point after block, fumble recovery tonight now for Kai Till as the Panther defense comes up strong once more.
That's a big defensive play here late in the 3rd quarter. And you're starting to feel Mr. Momentum come into play here, as the Anahuac Panthers have got the best field position that they've had in the football game here tonight.
Absolutely, from the Trojan 33. 1st down and 10. Makes that score with Columbus and Rockdale that much more important. In the 3rd, it's Columbus on top of Rockdale, 35-14. Curiel looking right, looking left, has Calais, stays on his feet at the 10, down to the 7. Pickup of 25.
No, we haven't
24.
We haven't seen the Panthers get Galeas as much involved in the offense during the regular season, and he's definitely called his name out quite a few times tonight.
Left side, Landon looking for pay dirt. Spin into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Landon Corbett from 7 yards out. $133 yards on 15 carries, and the Panthers have busted it wide open. That was the 2nd catch of the evening for Galeas. He's got 35 yards. Sanchez on to tack on the point after. Snap back. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 52 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Panthers have extended their lead once more, 30-6, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
The light shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you in part by Hillary Auto, insurance agent with Texas Farm Bureau, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC. Chambers County Abstract Company. Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts. Turn 2 Specialty Companies. And Wilcox Drug Store in Anahuac.
Back here from New Caney ISD Stadium, where the Panthers are enjoying a 24-point lead. Sanchez, end over end kick is going to fall to the 12. Across the 20, 25, and is going to fight his way forward. He's going to end up coming to the 35.
Yeah, that was a fantastic kick return by Dean for the Trojans to set them up again with pretty good field position after a return on the kickoff.
3 plays, 33 yards, took 20 seconds off the clock. It was a Landon Corbett 7-yard quarterback sneak into the end zone with a Christian Sanchez point after to extend the lead 30-6 on your Title Services Incorporated scoreboard.
And want to thank Ashani Perry for donating to the channel earlier today. Thank you, Ashani, for being a constant supporter of Anahuac Sports Live. And she says good luck in the playoffs.
Monroe pitches back, end around, as Dean's going to fight his way back forward, but he's still going to lose a yard on the play.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to donate to Anahuac Sports Live, please do so, as we're going to be looking to travel next week as well, as we're going to be having to pay the UIL broadcast fee. I'll be sending that email first thing Monday morning, pending the outcome here tonight. But we would appreciate everybody's support and getting us to the next game next week. If you would please look in all of the links in the descriptions below the video.
Handoff right side across the 40, making moves, is going to get down to the 45. Give him the 46. That's going to be a pickup of 11, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We invite you to stick around for the fourth and final quarter of play, the Panthers trying to become by-district round champions. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
And ladies and gentlemen, as I just mentioned earlier, Anahuac Sports Live will be traveling next week pending the outcome of this game, but going to go ahead and get a jump start on it. Any of the QR codes on your screen, or you can visit us on Venmo at Anahuac Sports Live, CashApp, $ Anahuac Sports Live. The PayPal donate link is in the description of the video below. You can also find any of the donation links in our socials, either on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and any of your donations will go straight to the UIL broadcast fee, which we will have to get clearance for and pay for next week. And no matter how big or how small the donation is, we very much appreciate everybody's support.
First down and 10 for the Trojans from the 46. Monroe rolling right, looking downfield, has a man complete into Panther territory. Pickup of 16 on the pass and catch from Monroe to Bookman. Second catch for Bookman for 28 yards.
Well, definitely a laser beam from Monroe there. I mean, one of the few passes that we've seen the Trojans throw tonight, and it was very effective.
First down and 10 from the Panthers 38. Monroe handoff straight up the middle. Dean. He's going to pick up 3. Bring up second down and 7. 17 carries, 120 yards for Easton Dean. He does have the lone points on the scoreboard for the Trojans. 2nd down and 7. Handoff. Dean met at the line of scrimmage, going nowhere. 3rd down and 7.
And thank you, E.T. Turan, always a great supporter of Anahuac Sports Live, for donating for next week's UIL broadcast fee and playoff game, saying, "Go Panthers."
3rd down and 7. Panthers defense looking to hold once more. $10-20 and counting here in the bi-district round, and really haven't seen too much urgency out of the Trojan offense, as Monroe, under center, is going to hand it off. This one looks like it's Bookman. Bookman's going to pick up 2. We'll bring up 4th down. Check that. It was actually Ricky Lewis. His 2nd carry for 5 yards. So 4th down and 5. So far 1 for 3 for Cold Spring. Fakes the handoff, under pressure, unloading downfield. There's Corbett, and he's going to come down with the INT this time. Landon let one fall by the wayside earlier. He wanted this one.
Well, probably the best decision there to make sure that the intended receiver doesn't come down with it.
Looks like we're going to have an officials timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. We are in the 4th quarter, 9:24 remaining in this ball game. Your Panthers are up 30-6. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Pitch right, Sanchez across the 5, across the 10, to the 15, flag down as Sanchez is going to fight his way forward to the 30. We're going to have to see what the flag is, but it is not in a good position for the Panthers. So it looks like they have the flag marked at the 20. Which would be a pickup of 15.
And thank you, Rhett Kayla, for donating to the channel. Really appreciate the support, Rhett. And Rhett, we appreciate your service, with it being Veterans Day just passing by, and Rhett in the Navy. So shout out to Rhett.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Rhett. So, let's see. They're going to mark the penalty at the 20. So, all in all, it's going to be a pickup of a yard for Christian on that really good run. 1st down and 9 from the Panther 4. Boy, that is too bad. That run really got the Panthers out of their own territory. So, Curiel under center, setbacks. Landon and Sanchez. Sanchez across the 5, across the 10, fighting his way forward again. He's going to get to the 16, and that's going to be enough to move the chains after the pickup of 12.
When I said it earlier, Christian Sanchez making, good progress on the ground here tonight, running like a man possessed, because every time he touches the football, it looks like he's just running wild down there on the turf.
Christian and Landon looking to go over the century mark as a duo once more. 1st down and 10 from the Panther 17. One wide out, it's Bailey to the far side. Anahuac moving left to right, pitch back, Corbett has room, cuts back 20, 25, and they're going to give him the 25. So that's going to be a pickup of 8. We'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Well, and the same can be said about Corbett. as he is well over 100 yards on the night.
141 on 16 carries as we have it.
Adding to his season total, he was at just over 1,100 yards on the regular season, Alex. 22 touchdowns.
Really, really good season for Landon Corbett, the junior. We'll take under 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Pitch left. Sanchez hurdles the defender. He's going to pick up enough for the first down. Give him a pick up of 2 and move the chains. As we have it, 13 first downs for the Panthers.
Want to shout out to everybody that has subscribed to their YouTube channel here tonight. Stephen Cash, Single Pringle, Trey Phoenix, and Wyatt Timms. And if you haven't done so yet, please go down and hit that subscribe button and like the video and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you know each time that we are live.
First down and 10 from the Panther 28. Fakes the pitch, handoff straight up the middle. Sanchez fighting his way forward, bullying his way forward to the 36. Going to be another pickup of 8. That's going to put him over the century mark. 105 yards on 17 carries. Second down and 2. Fourth quarter, Columbus leading Rockdale 42-14 as it looks like we are heading to a matchup against the district champion Columbus Cardinals. Second down and 2, handoff right side, first down. Sanchez with the pickup of 7. First down and 10 from the Panther 44. 14 first downs as we have it now.
Thank you, Orlando Ronnie Turan, for donating to the channel. Says, next week should be fun. His wife is a Columbus High School graduate, so it's a house divided. But he says, go Panthers.
Uh-oh. End around. Clark caught in the backfield, is going to fight his way forward. They should pick up a yard. They're going to give him 2 on forward progress. Second carry of the game for Clark will bring up second down and 8 for the Panthers. So the Columbus Cardinals out of 12-3A. Coach Matt Schobel went 11-3 last year as a regional finalist. So a stout program that they have there. Curiel under center. Rolling left, looking downfield, has a man. Corbett is going to fall off the fingertips. Incomplete. Will bring up third down and 8. More importantly, stops the clock with 5:21 remaining here in the ball game.
Well, surprised that they took a shot through the air there. With just over 5 minutes remaining, I'm surprised that the Anahuac Panthers aren't keeping it on the ground to try and run this clock out. So in case you don't know, you can donate to Anahuac Sports Live to help us out with the broadcast next week on Venmo, PayPal, or CashApp. As there's going to be a timeout called on the field. We're going to take it with them, but we'll be back right here on Anahuac Sports Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
And as I mentioned earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going wherever the football game might be next week, as it looks like the Anahuac Panthers are going to come up victorious here. 5:19 remaining in the football game, 30-6. Anahuac leads it, but we're asking for your help to pay for the UIL broadcast fee. You can donate to any of the QR codes on your screen. All you got to do is go to your camera and put your phone right in front of one of those QR codes. It'll take you to the link shown. You can visit us on Venmo at AnahuacSportsLive, Cash App, $ AnahuacSportsLive. The PayPal donate link is in the description of the YouTube video below, or you can go over to our Facebook page. It is there as well.
We do not have the rights to the techno version of Baby Shark.
No.
3rd down and 8 from the Panther 45. Curiel, delay handoff, Landon across the 45-50 into Trojan territory. He's going to fall forward. He's going to pick up 9 and move the chains.
Very important first down there.
15th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. Into Trojan territory at their 46. Trying to ice this one away. Become by-district champions for the first time in 11 years. 4:55 and counting. Curiel under center, Corbett in motion. Handoff, Sanchez fighting his way forward. He's going to get to the 40. That's going to be a pickup of 6. Pickup of 6 brings 2nd down and 4. As we have it, 19 carries, 118 yards for Sanchez, 17 carries, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Landon Corbett. We'll tick under 4 minutes remaining in the ballgame after this play, as the Panthers have started to use all the play clock. Pitch right. Sanchez is going to be taken down. He's going to fall forward to the 39. It's going to be a pickup of a yard. We'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Thank you, Yasmin Reyna, for your donation to the channel.
Three and a half remaining here in the ball game. Panthers trying to get out of here. Have Northeast Houston with the win, moving on to the second round of the playoffs. Sanchez, the lone back, pitched left. Met in the backfield, breaks a tackle, fighting his way forward, gets enough for the first down. Needed 3, gets 3. Move the chains.
Thank you so much, Maria Mouton, for donating to Anahuac Sports Live and our ongoing broadcast to try to bring you playoff football, saying go Panthers.
1st down and 10 from the 36. Panthers in full-on eating clock mode, as really that last first down should really put the final nail in the coffin for the game. As I'm going to go ahead and call it, Trent, the Panthers will be moving on as by-district round champions.
Well, for the first time in 11 years, getting over that by-district hump. What an incredible thing for this Anahuac football program to say here tonight.
Curiel under center, using all the play clock.
Flags on the play. Want to thank John Durio. Thank you so much for your generous donation. Says, way to go, Landon. Mom and Dad love you. Great job, Anahuac Sports Live, and thank you so much. And thank you, John, for your very generous donation.
Thank you all for the support as we continue to try to bring you the best in Anahuac sports coverage. 3rd penalty of the ball game for the Panthers. 35 yards, still one of the cleaner games of the year for the Panthers, and couldn't have come at a better time. 2:26 remaining here in the ball game. Cold Spring still has all 3 timeouts. 1st down and 15, Curiel under center. Garrett Dye with the carry. He's going to get 3.
And thank you, Daniel Marino.
So Garrett has a touchdown last week, a 2-point recovery this week, getting some rushing yards now. his first carry of the game. Checking into the ball game, I imagine at quarterback is going to be the freshman Braden Edmonds. Edmonds will come under center for his first PT of the season. Pitch right. Landon. Stiff arm. Cuts back. 35.
Thank you, Amanda Smith, for donating for next week's playoffs, saying go Panthers.
He's going to get, Landon's going to get a pickup of 154 yards on 18 carries. And I imagine that's going to be the last carry of the game for Landon, as he's now checking out. Checking in is Camden Wilson.
And if I don't get your shout-outs, ladies and gentlemen, I will go through them toward the end of the game in the post game.
Wholesale changes now for the Panthers, as they've pretty much called it official. 50 seconds and counting. In fact, are they going to take a timeout or just take the penalty? They're going to take a timeout. 3rd down and 9 with 47 seconds remaining. Wholesale changes on the Panthers side. We'll keep it here. Don't mess it up, Trent.
All right, I bumped it a little bit, and I was scared to death that we were going to go dark. But let me run through some of the very generous donations that we have here so far. Don't have quite enough time to enter them through the system, but let's go down through them. Want to thank let me see here. Becky Corbett donating to the channel. No message, but thank you very much, Becky, for your donation. Margie Sheridan saying, let's go Panthers, and Galeas number 9. She's a very proud aunt. Jonathan Stewart as well says, let's go Coach McCrary and Panthers and the Stewart family.
Third down and long here with 47 seconds remaining. Awesome. It's Braden Edmonds under center. Go ahead, Trent.
No, I'm watching Braden here for a minute.
Pitch
the JV
left.
Quarterback.
Pitch left to Wilson. Wilson fighting his way forward as he'll pick up 3 yards.
So Camden Hollywood Wilson also in the game.
And if Cold Spring does not take a timeout, that will be the final play of the ball game, as the Panthers faithful are cheering on their feet. The Panthers are lining up.
So for the first time in 11 years, the Anahuac Panthers are by-district champions, Alex.
What an accomplishment by Greg Neese and his team here. The kids in Anahuac doing their great job. You've seen the maturity, and that is the ball game. Double zeros on the clock. It is the Panthers moving on to take on the Cardinals of Columbus. With your final score, the Panthers defeating Cold Spring 30-6. District 10 3A going 3-1 against 9 3A.
So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around for our post-game show, and if I didn't get to some of the shout-outs and some of the donations, I will do so in the post-game, and we'll be back here in 2 minutes right after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Welcome in to the Hillary Auto Insurance Agent Texas Farm Bureau postgame show, as the Panthers have done it by district champions for the first time in 11 years. The Panthers defeat the Cold Spring Trojans 30-6. And Trent, what a job in the second half. As we talked about it at halftime, what adjustments need to be made. Whatever they talked about in the at the half, the defense really stepped up in the second half. You saw them shooting the gaps. Really looked a lot different in the second half than it did in the first.
Well, that it did. I mean, the Anahuac Panther defense really stepped up and contained Cold Spring to minimal yards and minimal damage here in the second half. I mean, didn't let them score once, and really showed their poise. They weren't as tired as I thought that they might be with Cold Spring running the football the way they were. But all in all, a good effort and minimizing the penalties, Alex. We only saw 3 penalties in the football game on the Anahuac side, and that's how you win playoff football games here in Texas. There's no doubt about it.
It's been a bugaboo for the Panthers, even dating back to last week. I believe this is tied for their cleanest game of the season, and like you said, could not come at a better time for the Panthers as they are moving on to the next round of the playoffs.
And I wanted to run down really quickly of the donations that I didn't get to. I think I mentioned Jonathan Stewart, Sholander Jackson for Zion Clark, saying Zion Clark's grannies are watching and go Panthers. Also, Jay Caleb through the Cash App, I believe, says go Panthers, and number 7 Landon for MVP. Also, a very, very generous donation from Samantha Oler to the channel as well. No special message, but thank you so much, Samantha, for your very generous donation. Angel Muniz with a donation as well. And switching over to my other email here to run through those. Hunter Ulrich. Also want to shout out Justin Sanders and Trinity Bay RV Resort there in Anahuac. If you haven't done so, go visit Trinity Bay RV Resort, one of our sponsors here at Anahuac Sports Live. Mentioned Hunter Ulrich saying, let's go Panthers. Also Jason Shirtliff and Lacey McKay.
So thank you all very much for your generous donation. This is how we are able to take care of these broadcasts here in the playoffs. UIL has to get their share of the broadcast money, as so does Bally Sports, who pays the UIL their rights fees. So we have to get our rights fees in, and we want to continue bringing this to you. This is what Trent and I enjoy doing, and bringing it to the community is most important. So looking over the stats that we have, first for Cold Spring. Not too much in the second half for Cold Spring. The leading rusher, again, was Easton Dean. He had 18 carries for 120 yards, half of that coming on one rush for the lone points of the ball game on a 61-yard touchdown from Easton Dean. Eddie Brown had 1 carry for 2 yards. Luke Monroe had 7 carries for 2 yards. Katie Bookman, 8 carries for 47. Ricky Lewis, 2 carries for 5. Monroe, 3 of 6 for 49 yards. It was 28 yards for Bookman, 21 yards for Dean, and they had 8 first downs in the ball game, 1 for 4 on fourth down, 2 turnovers with an interception and a turnover on downs. 3 turnovers, as Kai Till also had a fumble recovery. Probably should have been 4 turnovers, but Landon Corbett making the smart move on a fourth down that he could have made the interception, let the ball fall to the turf. Nonetheless, just an outstanding job by the defense tonight. Caden Hampton, Kai Till, Garrett Dye, the names that we kept talking about tonight. boy, just really, really stepping up when they needed to. As for the Panthers, Christian Sanchez had 21 carries, 122 yards. Landon Corbett, 18 carries, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zion had 2 carries for 9 yards. Garrett Dye with a carry for 3. Camden Wilson with a carry for 1. Marcos Curiel going 5 of 8 for 59 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown coming to Zion Clark on his lone reception from 9 yards out. Landon was 1 for 1 through the air for 8 yards. That pass went to Bailey. Adam Galeas had 2 receptions for 35. Christian Sanchez had 1 for 14. Landon had 1 for 1 yard as well. Braden Edmonds getting his first playing time of the year. The freshman JV quarterback coming in at the end of the game. 18 first downs for the Panthers as we had it. They had 3 penalties for 35 yards, and probably the most important stat of the night for the Panthers, no turnovers.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the no turnovers and the limiting of 3 penalties for the Panthers definitely pushed them over the hump. Want to shout out to the Coldspring-Oakhurst Trojans and all of their fans tuning in tonight. We very much appreciate all of you, and definitely we'll probably see the Cold Spring Trojans again later down the road. But here tonight, it's a big night for Anahuac football. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, first time in 11 years that the Anahuac Panthers have won the bi-district championship. They move on to area. Not quite sure when the last time the Anahuac Panthers have won an area round playoff victory. We'll find that out for you for next week. And we will be traveling with the Panthers wherever that might be. They are going to be playing Columbus there in the fourth quarter there, and it is currently Columbus 42, Rockdale 21. So it looks like Columbus will be the opponent for next week. And be sure to be looking out for where that contest will be, just because we're going to be live and taking care of the video doesn't mean that you can't come out to the football game. Definitely good to see the Anahuac Panther faithful on the opposite side of the field tonight. Pretty good showing by them, and as well by the Cold Spring Oakhurst fans. Definitely filling in their side over here on the home side. And a shout out to all of the New Caney ISD staff and here at Randall Reed Stadium for really helping us get things going here. We had a few troubles in the at first, but we got it ironed out, and we were able to get things going here for everybody, and we appreciate everybody coming back and joining us for the rest of the football game. But Alex, I mean, look into next week. I mean, what do we don't know much about Columbus, but we know that they won their district, I believe. And I mean, we'll try to find out some more things, but what do you think that the Anahuac Panthers are going to have to keep doing to be successful here in the playoffs?
Well, it looks like Columbus relies on their running game a bunch. They have a 2-headed monster that they like to use as well. So it's going to be a battle of strengths. Anyone who watches any game film on the Panthers knows what the Panthers are going to do. It's can you stop it? And tonight, the Trojans' defense could not shut down the double dragon of Christian Sanchez and Landon Corbett as they were able to run wild and really take advantage of what needed to happen to pull out the victory tonight. Look, Columbus was a regional finalist last year. You don't do that by accident. It's a team that has some talent. They carried over a lot of the talent into this year. So it's not going to be an easy matchup, but the Panthers are pretty much used to that. And so you have to kind of look at the film, see what the Cardinals did tonight, and game plan and execute. And that's pretty much what it's going to come down to, is the team who can execute the best next week will be moving on once more.
Right, and I mean, if Anahuac Sports Live was giving out MVPs, I mean, the easy thing would be to go to, either Landon Corbett or Christian Sanchez, but I think the true MVP of tonight's game against the Trojans was the Anahuac Panther defense. The 3 guys that you mentioned, Kai Till, Caden Hampton and, Garrett Dye really stepping up on the defensive side of the ball. So if I had to hand out an MVP award, it would definitely go to the Anahuac Panther defense.
No, absolutely. Well, in the first half, we were talking about the bending but not breaking. In the second half, it was shutdown defense, forcing turnovers, and really just turning the game around.
Absolutely.
Well, that's going to wrap things up for our coverage of the bi-district round. As the Panthers are moving on, we want to thank Hillary Auto Insurance Agent, Texas Farm Bureau, for sponsoring the post-game show. This is Alex Outram speaking on behalf of my broadcast partner, Trent Hart, as the Panthers move on. They take it over Cold Spring, 30-6. We will be back with updates. Make sure you check out your social media pages. We will let you know game time, where it's going to be, the link, everything included, as we'll get some more information probably by tomorrow, and we'll have everybody updated. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next week. So long, everybody.